All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Triple Clowns at Degen Nation. We are going live to bring you our picks for the late pick four at Saratoga. And obviously, as you can see, we have Shoe on, he's on the run. So let's just say that. So Shoe is joining us live from the car
chase.
Yes. But no, we are doing the late pick four at Saratoga for Saturday's card. And we have, of course, the beautiful G. Randall Johnson, the beautiful Sarah Marie, and of course, slow down, slow your roll. The very beautiful AJ Ryder, Truck Stop Burrito, and
the marginally good looking,
marginally handsome.
No, our fourth clown. You've seen him on our show. He is at this point. We've sucked him in, and he can't escape us. We have Ryan Dickey back on with us.
I'm sorry about that, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm almost upset.
You get lumped in with us.
At least I'm being sucked into something.
And we do see Shoe there. Shoe's getting everything right, but I think he'll be okay. We hope. He'll be.
Shoe looks like he's driving through a hurricane right now.
Yeah. Maybe he hit a tornado.
I'm a little upset right now because I had the Degen X thing I was going to go with, and Sarah jumped right on top of me with the live thing. But apparently, I know.
Whatever.
Oh, well, this is what happens when you're not informed.
Well, that's what you get when you're unprepared and we do shit on the fly.
What are we talking today? We talking pick four?
Who knows? I don't know.
Saratoga, yeah.
Welcome to the party. We're doing the pick four, Saratoga for tomorrow,
Right.
Saturday, July 24th. So
are you guys tired of talking about horse racing? Let's talk about something else.
Talk about buzzers.
We'll get into that in a little bit, I'm sure.
Oh, boy.
So let's get into it. Shoe, you okay? Let's check in with Shoe right now. Let's go live with Shoe. Shoe, are you okay? Have they found you yet?
Apparently, they have.
We're waiting on Shoe. Shoe is here. We're waiting. Hopefully he's
trying to figure it out. He's
Shoe is off the other foot.
I guess that shoe dropped.
Oh,
God, you are a terrible person.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the Shoe's gonna be back in a minute, I'm supposing.
We will.
So before he comes back, everybody out there, welcome, Triple Clowns. Any questions out there before we get into it, let us know. And when we get Shoe on, we'll go through it, or we'll start going through if we don't get Shoe on in a second. But so what's up, everybody?
Hey.
How are you? Ryan Dickey from
Ryan Dickey.
Are you at Circus Sports or are you in Circus Olay? I'm not sure. I get confused.
Well, since I am a clown, Cirque du Soleil would make most sense.
There you go. He is the fourth clown of the apocalypse.
Fun story. I auditioned for Cirque du Soleil.
You did?
I did.
Yeah, wow.
True story.
I believe it. I believe it.
For a cop.
For a cop?
No,
for
cop.
K-A. The show cop. I had an actual audition for cop.
And then I said,
to be the chief archer in the show cop. I swear to God.
Chief. Oh my God, I'm so offended. You can't say chief anymore. Don't say chief.
Hey, Ryan is woke, guys.
I am a chief, though.
Wearing the Chief Wahoo shirt on the day they changed
you can
the
have
name.
chief.
And he's the woke guy.
A firefighter could be a chief. Chief is okay still.
Fire water.
No. All right, welcome to the politically incorrect show of the Triple.
Just so everybody knows, what normally happens.
Randy takes very big offense to this because he is woke.
Right.
He's the most woke guy.
Which is pretty much probably the
something like that.
That I know.
Joke in the world. But
and when I say woke, I mean he woke up this morning and actually did this.
Yeah. So we've got no Shoe now.
Well,
we're shoeless.
He got a
Shoe.
We will
be back.
Yeah,
shoeless
Shoe will be back.
Jackson.
Shoeless. Yeah, damn it, you stole it.
Johnson.
I saw you working.
Damn it.
I saw you working.
All right,
let's do some picks.
Let's talk about this horse racing thing we got going on at some track.
Who
It's called
cares?
Saratoga. I don't know, but we'll start there.
Okay, we'll do it live.
Like we're going live. All right.
I've been alive for 5 minutes, but all right.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. We're slow, obviously. All right, but let's start. We had the late pick four. It starts with race 8 on Saturday's card. So race 8 is the 1 mile maiden race. It's on the turf, $100,000 at stake for filly and mares 3-year-old and up. AJ, what do you got here?
I don't know. hold the fuck on. All right.
I forgot about the swearing policy. For this
Yeah.
show.
No, there is no swearing policy. Fuck,
Okay,
penis, balls. No. So I started off. I do have the 2, Baby Blythe. There's something about like the 2-year-old who runs and then takes like a year off almost, and then comes back as a 3-year-old that I always am intrigued by, because I just feel like that's just such a big time for growth for them. So coming back, especially considering this horse ran really well as a 2-year-old, got third by just a length, and put up a decent number. Now comes back, like it's almost scary the kind of number that this horse could put up, especially at 4-1. I really like the prospect of this horse coming back now as a 3-year-old and just putting up a huge one. The other one, I think is your favorite. Yeah, your favorite at 3-1. Split then double. Obviously, Chad Brown is a little thing or two about Blackjack, but this horse has missed just twice. Coming second off the long layoff again. When I talked about the 2, you look at this horse and you look at Belmont in October in the high level maiden special weight, misses by a nose, comes back from an 81 time form figure, runs a 105. I think this horse is easily poised to put up a big number and possibly get a win. And then I'm going to throw in another long shot here. Naked on the beach, because that's what everyone should be on the beach, is naked.
You get sand in your crack.
You get sand in your crack, but also, you know what? You might catch a winner on there at 12-1. Ran a super number and effort at 1 mile and 16th at Keeneland in its maiden special weight debut. We get the trainer change now going into Cass's barn. Coming back, I think this horse at 12-1 is kind of a steal, because I do think this horse is going to be a lot better than the 79 that it put up last time. Especially, it had a bad stumble, and it just wasn't the day. Now comes over to Saratoga, has been running at Saratoga, putting up decent numbers, 249s. At 4 furlongs. I think it'll acclimate to this track well. And at 12-1, that's a pretty good price to put in there too. So I'll throw the 8 in there as well. So I'll go 1-2-8.
No, there's no.
I love it. AJ. I'm going with that one too.
1-2-8
right.
Is what you got here? Okay.
Yep.
All right, Randy, what you got?
Okay, so I'll go. I like the obviously the 1. I think the 1 is going to be the play here, big time. Split then double. There, AJ talked about it. This horse, Jose, goes back aboard. Last race had a terrible start if you watched it, and it's Chad Brown and Jose Ortiz on the turf, so why not, right? Razor, I'm not telling you that right now.
Yeah,
because I don't know. Because you're going to throw them out. I already know what you're going to say. But I'm going with the 1 there. I do like the 8 here as well. Naked on the beach, sand in the crack. That's what Ryan Dickey said. That's actually the dam of it, is sand in the crack. And then it was naked on the beach was actually the name. Yeah. This is why Ryan names horses. And but I do like this. It's a Malibu Moon horse, 12-1, hasn't really had a clean trip. And I think you're right, AJ, with that number. Throw out the last one with the bad trip. And if you're looking at the number before, why not? I mean, we know these numbers are inflated at Saratoga a little bit when you're running for $100,000. You know what I mean? $100,000 race at Saratoga is a little different than a $100,000 race at Churchill Downs. We do agree, right? You know what I mean? That's a better race usually at Churchill Downs in a sense of everybody's running for $100,000 at Saratoga, and good for them. So I do like that at 12-1, which I do not think you'll get those odds, but I do like that horse a lot. The 2, Baby Blythe, that AJ used as well. If you watched typical Rosario ride, if you watched, got blocked in the last second of the last race, closed hard. I mean, who knows? I mean, you can't keep riding. Like, you can't, that trip he wouldn't have won, I don't think, but definitely can run distance. And the 9, Ego Trip, because why not? So I'm going to go 4 deep. And why not with that, with Walsh and Gaffleone? Let's see what happens with the shipper that comes over on the 9. So I got to play it. So I'm going to go 1. Well, I guess if I went in order, 1, 2, 8, 9.
All right. Will, I picked the 1 as well. I also picked the 8 as well. I'm not going to say too much as I feel AJ and Randy kind of covered both the strong points of these horses. An 8, 12 to 1, great price. This horse just needs a good break and a clean trip. And I think this horse could be a pretty good threat. But I went back and forth between the 2 and the 3 here, and I ended up taking the 3.
Ooh.
Yep. I this horse it's dropping in distance, which I think is going to help. Last race he was pulled up due to the
Sorry, I just got chalk in my throat.
Oh, really? Because you really all Randall Johnson?
Did he say chalk?
Yeah. Bless his heart.
Anyway, chalk. Good one, Ryan. Good one. And I am out of Saratoga, by the way. So.
Right.
Yeah. So you still want to continue?
Go ahead.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah. Okay. So I am taking the chalk. No surprise there, but I also gave you some pretty good numbers to play the 8 at 12 to 1. But the 3, I think he's a strong horse to have on your ticket. So I went 3 deep, 1, 3, 8.
1, 3, 8. Throw the 2, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Very interesting. I guess it's
Ryan.
my turn, huh?
Yes.
So in this sequence, this is the first leg of the late pick 4. There's 9 horses scheduled to go to the gate. I can make a case for 5 of them. I mean, honestly. And the thing is everyone here who's already talked about a horse, you've said all of them. So I'm going to go real deep here. I think the best chance to win this race is number 1, split then double. Chad Brown, blackjack reference. I like it. I think this one is probably your most likely winner. I'm with Sarah on the other Chad Brown horse, the Rastafara, the chalk, the number 3 chalk. Don't cough. With the 8, let's see, who is the 8 here?
Naked
on the beach, sand in the crack. Yeah, I think there's a real good chance of all of the 5 that I want to use here. This would be number 5, definitely. If you want to go a little cheaper and only go 4 deep, you can go 4 deep. But you have to use the number 9 Ego Trip, and not just because it's a DJ Keoki album, but because Ego Trip, Brendan Walsh. I think this one is going to be overlooked because it only raced at Newcastle previously. And I think that this is going to horse that might slip past some people's radars. But I wanted to talk about number 2 that AJ talked about, and that's Baby Blythe. This horse obviously only ran in December of last year, and now it's coming back. It's an American Pharaoh baby out of Susie's Baby. Now, if you look at Susie's Baby's race record, she only won 1 race in 13 tries. She earned a grand total of $47,000 on the track. But when you take a look at her auction history and you look at her bloodline and you look at her pedigree, she was an RNA at a Fasig-Tipton mix sale in 2016. She RNA'd for $475,000, which means somebody bid $475,000 for her, and the people who owned her said, no, we wanted more than that. So somebody was offering $475,000 for this horse, and they said no. And then they turned around and bred this one to American Pharaoh. I think there's something here, and I do like the 2, but that layoff, it's a long, long layoff. I want to put it on my ticket, but I'm not going to, go real narrow here. So for me, it's 1, 2, 3, 8 if you want it, and 9.
All right. Yeah. I kind of all over what we picked. Ryan, I feel like you just stole all our picks and put them in there. Shoe is back. Shoe, what's up, buddy? What's going on?
Dude, I put my phone on my dash. Right? I put the phone on the dash, and it overheated. So it shut down for like 5 minutes. So I apologize.
That's all right.
That's because you're hot.
I guess because it's in the sun on the dash, so it overheated. Son of a gun. So here, I'll give you my quick pick 4 thoughts before chaos happens again on the road, and I get who the hell knows what happens. So I'm going. You ready for this? I'm going Billy Mott with Billy Mott with Irad with all. That's your pick 4 from Shoe.
Wow.
Bill Mott with
Billy
Irad
Mott,
with all.
Billy Mott, Irad with all. It's as easy as that. Take it to the hoop.
So you're going with the
Billy
6
Mott, big
here
day.
that we didn't talk about. So you're going with the 6 in this race. So Ingris, right?
Mott,
That's
the debuter, the Mott debuter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's Saturday. It's Saratoga. It looks like he's been patient with this one. I'm hoping he actually opens a little chilly because there's nobody better at keeping a secret on a first-timer than Billy Mott. And you got to believe this one's well meant. And I think it's a huge double, the Mott double, because the horse in the next leg, I mean, that horse took so much money on Derby Day. Or was it the day before the Derby? I forget. But I crushed Obligatory. Mott had 2 in there. Saez rode that one in the second leg, and Obligatory was in there. I crushed Obligatory because there was a ton of pace in the race, and it set up perfect for Obligatory. Now this one gets back, drops him back in, Saratoga. That horse should absolutely roll. So you go Mott with Irad with all. Take it to the hoop, cash it. Easy.
Wow. All right. So you're talking a Carmel Swirl in the next race
Yes.
where we're going to get into. But yeah, definitely. If you throw out the last one, it looked like Keeneland looked like a monster. 1 by 10 in that there. And so Mott,
Irad,
all.
Yep.
All right. It looks like that's perfect timing because he just crashed.
Well, put a disclaimer. We don't know if he crashed.
Yeah.
No, I meant like his
I know what you meant.
phone.
I know what you meant.
All right. Well, at least we got his pick 4. Yep. So it's the 6, the 1, and all. 6 with the 6 with the 1 and all. So.
Yeah, and he crashed. Yeah. We have some comments coming in. We can answer those. I don't think he crashed. I
think he's good.
Somebody's asking if you watched the Indians last night. They're not the Indians, Charles. They are the.
Well, no, they are still.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they start that
Not
till next
officially
year.
yet. Okay.
I think they're finishing the year as the Indians, if I'm not mistaken.
They are finishing the year as the Indians.
Yeah.
So then they'll be the Guardians.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Dumb.
What other names did they consider? The Battlehawks,
So woke.
the Vipers.
So woke.
The
What is
Roughnecks.
Cleveland guarded before? Why are they the Guardians?
Because there's some statues on a highway that goes into Cleveland, and there's like little statues, and they're called the Guardians.
Oh, I live near a place where there was a frog on a bridge. Should we be the Connecticut Frogs?
Yeah. Especially if you say it like that.
New York and the XFL already took the Guardians name. Like, come up with something original.
They had Spiders. Spiders was right there for them. They used to be the Cleveland Spiders. I should have just went right back to it.
Spiders.
Like Richmond.
All
right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Like Richmond.
Yeah.
Richmond Spiders.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're right. They were spiders.
Got a comment on the shirt, Ryan. Somebody.
Thanks, Charles.
Spiders is perfect. Yeah.
Little hombre in the house. Good to see you.
Yeah, I went to. I tried to do that. I tried to change the 49ers name because I don't believe in that. I wanted to go to the San Francisco Homeless, and they shot that down, which I think is stupid.
Unwoke. That's
very unwoke.
That's a sleep.
All right, we're gonna go to the next race. On that note,
Yeah,
we digress.
The next leg, which is race 9, which we got a 7 furlong allowance race, $130,000 for fillies and mares. This is on the dirt. AJ, who do you got here?
All right, I can't. All right, well, I'll start with my lower odds one. I do like the 7. Don't know how to pronounce it. Zainal Arab.
Sounds good.
Zainal Arab.
Yeah, sounds solid.
Maybe Zainal Arab, like
I was thinking that too. I was come up through a meeting with it.
Anal Arab.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No.
Goodness.
I do like this horse. The first time it went up at the allowance level, losing to All Australia, who's a really good horse. Coming back now, 4-1 seems like a pretty solid set. I'm not going to take Shoes 6 here though. I'm the 7. I've got the 2 making sense. This horse has won at all 3 of the Naira tracks, including obviously Saratoga. and comes back after a massive layoff. Again, I'm going with that same kind of angle that I picked in the first race, where I think when you see a young horse and it's off for a long time, I just think they're going to come back better, and this horse couldn't have gotten any better when it was running last year. Comes back, I would have imagined would have matured and is going to make a big improvement. So starting off at 7, I like it. I'll take that all day long, especially at 8-1. And then the other one is going to be the one Glass Ceiling. I can't explain why, but I bet on this horse every single time it's ran for the last year, maybe. I think this horse has something to offer, and I think Saratoga might be the perfect spot for it to finally kind of run the race that I've been expecting it to run, because it's gotten second to great horses. It's always been around 18 starts. It's been 11 times in the money or in the top 3. So I think 12-1 is a really good price to get on a horse that might shock everyone, especially, again, you're talking about Saratoga, the graveyard of favorites, the graveyard of champions, and the graveyard of bad handicappers. So I think the one here is worth putting in my play.
All right. I like the 2 angle there, making sense, AJ. I'm with you on the 2 here, and I didn't play the 6 as well. I was going for, and I went 2. I went with the 2, making sense. He broke the gate last twice. Did you see that? Twice? Broke the gate. Yeah. And I think he really I think this is the distance that will fit this horse. But here's the thing. So I had to play the other horse when I played the 2, making sense. Because you know me in the jockey jump. Take a look at it. Saez went to the 9.
I love it.
I do. But Saez went to the 9, which I think this 9 really has a chance here. Mucho Macho Mama, which is grabbing.
I knew you were going to do the Mucho Macho Man.
He has to.
But
he has to.
I do like.
Oh, yeah.
I do like this horse. I like this horse. I think maybe going to the lead here, and I think this horse can run the distance. It kind of worries me that I didn't know this horse did win, but is this horse kind of a hanger? I'm not sure. So this is my risk race to make my ticket a little bit cheaper. And I'm just going to go with 2 8-1 shots. And I'm going to play it that way. I mean, if I'm ahead, I'll probably throw in, the 6 or whatever, but I'm going to go 2-9 here. I think this is an open race, and I can see the argument for the 6 all day, but I have to do that. Wow, Charles, that's not nice to say to Shoe. I'm going with the 2-9 here with Mucho Macho Mama, and Saez did go to this horse, which is. I mean, I know it's another 8-1 shot, but it's interesting.
All right.
The comments.
Oh my goodness.
And I did see Dennis. We did see that Bob Baffert did train it before we got it. Baffert was and Ryan is on board with that comment all day.
He is.
Trust me.
Yep.
And by the way, when I say woke, I hope everybody out there knows it's a total joke.
It's a joke. It's a woke joke.
It's total work.
It's a work. I'm playing work. I'm not breaking kayfabe now though. So let's go.
Oh my goodness. All right, I went too deep in this leg. Starting with the 1 here, I'm with AJ on this Glass Ceiling, 12-1. This horse did race last year at Saratoga. And I just think his horse, looking at his past performances this year, I just feel like he's getting better.
No, it'll get you. Again, I think I've bet on this horse every single time it's ran.
I know.
It never comes through.
I might have the AJ curse here, but I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stick with him. I'm gonna pull an AJ. I'm gonna stick with this horse, and then he'll probably lose, and I'll bet him next time he runs too.
Yeah, that's what Glass Ceiling does. It sucks you in.
It's a glass ceiling.
Yeah.
You guys broke that glass ceiling.
We know you never break the Glass Ceiling. Never breaks the Glass Ceiling, though. It's the sad part.
Yeah. I also went with the 7 as well. The Zainal Rab. I don't even know how we say that one.
Anal Arab.
Anal Arab.
I think that's
it's not
terrible.
Anal Arab.
Okay.
It's a much better name, though.
Oh goodness! I think this horse he is stretching out just a half furlong, but
Stretching out.
there is.
The anal Arab stretching out.
I'm just playing the 1-7 here. That's all we need to know.
And the worst part, people don't realize, like the shows we do that we edit, this is the parts we always edit out,
This one goes on the editing floor.
which we probably shouldn't from now on.
I know. Welcome to our show, guys.
Thank you, Ryan.
We're trying really hard this morning. Oh God. Okay.
God damn it.
Well, Charles, yes, she does. Nice try there.
No, we're actually going to see Bremont today.
We're hanging out with Bremont today, so
And we're never going to get to use this YouTube again.
Yeah.
this is probably going to be
YouTube's texting us right now. Okay.
In all seriousness,
anyways, I went too deep. 1-7. Let's move on. Ryan, who do you have here?
you went too deep.
It's getting better. Oh goodness.
You
All
can't
right.
write this shit. Anyway.
All right. Okay, listen, here it is. I agree with Shoe on Caramel Swirl, the number 6. I think if I only bet one horse in this leg, I would take Caramel Swirl, the number 6 with Bill Mott. Obviously, a little drop in the class here, and as Shoe said in the 8 bells, this one chased a very, very brisk pace, and it was like a meltdown. And don't fault the horse for finishing 7-10 lengths back. I think this one is the best chance of winning. However, I'm going to have a single in the last leg of this, so I'm going to use 4 horses in this leg. I'm going to also use number 5, the Linda Rice horse. I guess they're just going to let her keep entering horses for forever. Blinker switch here today. She's done pretty well. 26% win on first-time blinkers. I think this one has a chance to move forward, and therefore I'm going to use it. Number 7, we've already talked about plenty. That's a brown horse. You got to use the brown horse. Oh, God. And then I'm going to use the number 8, Flash Magic. Flash Magic. Went from the Bob Baffert barn to the Steve Asmussen barn. So, much better.
The Asmussen barn?
Much better record there of only about 28 or 30 drug penalties in his career. So 5, 6, 7, 8 for me here in this leg. Next.
All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. So
7, 8. I think we just need to move on.
I could have just said 5, 6, 7, 8, and we could have been done.
we'll be done after this.
We're done. Cancel.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's go on to the third leg, which is race 10, the grade 3 Caress Stakes, 5.5 furlongs on the turf, $200,000 at stake. We got a 6-horse field here. AJ, who do you like?
I don't know. Yeah, I've got the 2. I like the 2. The favorite, Robin Sparkles, but I think slow pace. I'm not a huge believer in Jakarta, so when you see, especially the way Timeform breaks it down here, Jakarta up there, I can't get behind that horse. I've bet on it too many times and failed. But I do like the 2, and then I can't single horse at Saratoga because it just doesn't seem right, especially with the way everything's been playing out. I'm going to throw in the 5, Flower Pot, the former Saddler horse coming over now.
Point.
Flower Pot.
Point.
It's Flower Pot to me. No, just coming back, running the big race at Belmont at 7, drops down a little bit. I think this horse is fast enough, good enough, especially at 5.5, because some of these horses haven't run 5.5 since, since their maiden race. So I will go 2-5, I guess. I don't know. My mind isn't in this anymore.
You're going. So you're going
I'm
2-5?
going
2-5. Yep.
2-5.
Okay. Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you going 2-5?
Well, here's what I was gonna say. I think it's a 2-horse race between the
Flower pot is better as an edible.
I was going 2-5. I was going 1-2, and I do have on my notes that I probably will go with the 5 as well, because if there is a pace meltdown, I do think the 5 is the horse to go with, and that's the only other play I can do here.
Which I kind of think is going to happen just because, look, I think Jakarta is going to be up there. And again, like I said, I don't believe in that horse a lot, but I think it's going to push Sparkles a little bit too much. And then I feel like you have something. Yeah, I think you got somebody coming to pick up the pieces, and I think the 5 is kind of the perfect one.
Yeah, that's what I looked for in a pace meltdown, and I found the 5 as well, AJ. And I think that's the possibility, definitely. And who else to do it besides Rosario? Really,
Right.
That's kind of his thing. Even though he's not running well right now, right? Can we all agree on that? He's not really looking.
Not at Saratoga, no.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's all I have to say. I'd play 1-2, but I definitely put in a 5 to try to make some sort of ticket here to pick up the pieces. And I won't steal Sarah's thunder because I know why she's going to bet a horse, and she'll tell you in a
That's
second.
not the whole reason why.
Well, Ryan said he liked the name before.
You did 1-2-5. All right. Well, yes, I picked Robin Sparkles.
Does anybody know the reference, Robin Sparkles?
Does anybody know that? Let us know in the comments.
Wow,
the reference.
AJ, you're usually the TV guy.
I know. I totally thought AJ was
Robin
on this.
Sparkles?
Yes,
Robin
Robin
Sparkles.
Sparkles. Sparkles. Let's go to the mall.
Let's go to the mall.
P.S. I love
How
you.
I Met Your Mother reference.
Oh, Rob, yeah, Colby Smothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kobe, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know her last name was Sparkles.
No, she
No,
did.
that was her.
There's a
when
character.
She was a Canadian pop star when she was a teenager, and her
Was she
stage name
really?
Robin.
No, it was in the show.
And
It
in
was
the
weird.
show. All right. Well, anyways, no, but I did take Robin Sparkles. I kind of agreed with AJ here. It's hard to single at Saratoga. This possibly could be a single, but I'm playing with the 6. I'm playing Jakarta. I went back and forth between the 5 and the 6, and I'm just sticking with the 6 here. This horse has raced against Robin Sparkles a couple times. I feel like if there's a meltdown, if Robin Sparkles chokes, then I just feel like it opens the field up for the 6. So I'm doing 2-6.
2-6, no 1, huh? All right, that's surprising. And yes, to answer a few of the questions that have been up there. We didn't pick the Guardians. I don't know who did, Charles. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
glad you think we have that much power.
And
I don't think Charles was
we
implying
did.
that we picked the
No,
Guardians.
I know. We don't know. I don't think we know. I think the town or somebody's stupid. And we're stupid, so it could have been us.
Cancel culture shows that.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's true.
pretty much.
Great point,
No,
Ron.
and also on a point that was up there before you asked if we were doing a Del Mar card, we're going to start doing a little bit more of that. We'll be at Del Mar, and we still got to get the lay of the land, and I'll be working there. So we'll see. I mean, we might be doing stuff like that soon, but not today, Charles. I don't think, unless Sarah and Bremont want to go do it while they're
Yeah,
there.
stay tuned to Twitter. If we're gonna do something, you'll see it on our Twitters.
Yeah.
Good tease.
The tease.
Good tease.
Yeah.
Do I get to put my picks in here?
No. You're already like, you're already
Moving
like
on,
5 by
race
5.
11.
I have a single here.
They're your picks anyway, so I'm
All right.
I'm
All right.
just stealing picks again. Listen, it's a we got Irad on the 1 and Jose on the 2. We got a 6-5 and a 7-5. Obviously, it looks like these two are going to be up to their normal shenanigans. You got to use both of them. I do like the 1 best, Caravel. Not very often you see the breeder as the trainer and the part owner with Bobby Flay, but that's what we have here in Caravel.
Oh,
I think Caravel is your most likely winner. Obviously, you have to use Robin Sparkles. Cool. I did not know that about the name. That's cool. I like that. And I'm with AJ on Flower Pot point.
Flower pot.
I think you have to use this one if the Ortiz brothers are up to their shenanigans and someone's going to come from behind. Oh God. And win this race.
You guys already missed AJ saying he really gets behind that horse.
Yeah, I think Flower Point is your chance. I got to use it because I'm singling in the next race. So 1-2-5 for me.
1-2-5.
1-2-5. All right.
I do feel like Ryan's stealing all my picks. This is kind of
Ryan's stealing everybody's picks. Like, it's not even just yours.
Yeah, just because I sent it to him this
Maybe
morning.
Ryan should go first on this last one.
I'll do it.
Single. All right, let's get to the last leg here at Saratoga. It's a mile 16th on the turf, $90,000 allowance race for fillies and mare New York breds. So, Ryan, we'll start with you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I am going to single the number 7. My Lips Are Sealed. Now, it's not a huge, I'm not really asking a whole lot here for a 7-5 morning line horse, but Eric Cancel is a fucking muppet. He is one of the worst jockeys in the history of the world, and I cannot put too much faith in him, with the exception of this race, because number 1, he's won with this horse before. Number 2, this horse is going to want to be near the front, and all he has to do is sit on the horse and not fall off. Eric, that's all I'm asking you to do here tomorrow. Just sit on the horse. Don't fall off. Don't get in a speed duel with the 3. What's that? Mapulka. Don't do that. And if for some reason the 1A Chasing Kara draws into this race and it's not the number 1, Kara's Dreamer, you could have a pace duel early. And if you see Eric Cancel breaking this horse's back to get to the front with these other 2 horses, you can just rip your ticket up, throw it away. It's no good. Eric, just stay on the horse. Don't do anything crazy. You got the best horse in the race. 7's your winner, unless he fucks it up.
Thank you, Ryan, because guess who I singled in this race? I think Ryan and I talked before this.
Yeah, we might have. The 7.
I singled the 7 as well. And he said everything I said. I did see there was that jump.
Tom and Tom.
Yeah. What I do in the privacy of my own home, Tom, is none of your fucking business.
Oh my god. Oh.
Okay.
So you singled the 7. There was a jockey jump.
Yes.
Okay. I was just trying to get you back.
I'm just on the 7 too.
Oh, okay.
I thought it's funny that you were basically going to have
You
the
and
same
Ryan
pick.
have basically the same picks. Mine's like a couple horses. All right. AJ, who do you have here?
I did pick the 7, but I didn't single the 7. I went with I got the 1 Kara's Dreamer in there as well. This is another glass ceiling type horse where I seem to like to pick it a lot, and then it disappoints me, and then I just get attached and I just keep rolling with it. But after the last effort, maybe there's something there that I've finally been waiting to see with this horse, so maybe it's going to get better. 12-1. Figured Saratoga might be the perfect place for this horse to maybe get that win. And I also went with the 6. Just okay is not okay, because if there's one thing Pletcher knows, he knows that being just okay isn't okay at Saratoga. You got to be better than that. And not my favorite angle going from the maiden win to an allowance race, but I look at this horse 80, 78, and then gets that win with a big 96 effort. This horse might be just getting better as the days go on, so I expect a big bump in number coming into this one, stretching out a little bit longer, and I think is a real contender here. So 6-1, I got to throw that in there too.
Wow, you stole all my picks in that race. I did 1-6-7 as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
That makes me feel better about it.
I don't know about that. So Ryan and Randy weren't far off in their picks, and me and AJ weren't far off in our picks.
Well, Ryan and I, if we combine our tickets, we pretty much almost have like the same one, because
Right.
in the second race, I had 2 horses that he didn't have,
Right.
I believe. So like if we cover that, we put our ticket together, we'll probably, it's going to come in like that, right, Ryan?
Right. My ticket is 5x4 by 3x1, which would be $30. If you take the 8 out of the first leg, you can go cheap for $24.
Yeah.
Yeah. And mine is, what is mine? 4x2, 8, 24,
2 by 3.
$12 for the 50 cents.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Mine was a little pricey. What was mine?
No.
What do you got?
What do you mean no?
3x2 by 2 by 3. What's that, 24?
3x2, that's 6. Then by what?
12, 36, $18.
By 30, yeah.
Yep,
Oh yeah,
there you go.
$18. Yeah, that's not bad.
We're doing
Mine-
math here today.
Mine might be the most expensive.
Yeah.
you did 3 by 3 by 2 by 3.
That's fine. That's
27. Right?
Good. Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Not too
And
shabby at all.
shoe tickets pretty cheap. So
He's in all what, the second race?
The last race. His is single by single by single. So it's just if you do 50 cents, it's half of however many horses there are in the last race. I think there's 12. So his ticket would be $6.
$6 ticket. Shoe is he's rolling on this one.
Yeah. Shoe will probably play it for 25 straight though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at that point,
the ticket's still going to be more than all of ours.
Right.
Yeah. He'll find a way.
Why is Jose riding for the race for Charles Frock? From Tom's house. And,
it is. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, the 10 is coming from Delaware.
Tom's house. That's Delaware
That's Tom's
Park.
house. Yeah, Tom and Tom's house. And Jose is on him.
I mean, I don't know. What's the angle?
When did Tom go homeless and start living in the parking lot of Delaware Park?
Have you seen him on Twitter? I don't think.
Sorry about that, Tom.
I think Tom moved into Delaware Park.
Living out of his car in the parking lot of Delaware.
Yeah.
He lives in a van down by the river.
He live in a van down by the river. No, that is. It looks like he's really never ran with them before.
No,
he did train well last time. I wonder if he wouldn't have been on him at.
I don't know. That is interesting. I think Tom would have some good input on that. But so that was our late pick 4. We got through it. It was rough, but we got through that. Good job, guys.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta penetrate through, and you gotta get through it. It's just what it is.
It's a shitty ending.
That's how we end our shows, Ryan. You know, you've been on.
Yeah. So, any questions out there? Let us know. We're gonna do some more stuff. We have
Yes. And don't forget, everybody who's in our survivor pool, make sure those who moved on to week 2 get us your picks for whichever pool, or if you're in both pools, no later than by first post time tomorrow. I know I emailed everybody and messaged you guys last week, but don't forget, I need those tomorrow and see who's going to move on from this week. So
I love that in the survivor pools, you guys are out of Saratoga. I'm out of Del Mar, but Big Gary is in both.
Yeah, and pick 2 over 5 one-shots again. He did it again.
Big Gary's coming after
I
that.
fully expect Big Gary to win both of these.
I love the fact that he truly goes, I'll never pick anything under 5-1. And last year went to the finals.
And he just does it.
Right.
Every time.
Props to Big Gary.
And Ryan's out of Saratoga, but he's still in the Del Mar one.
Harvey's little Goyle got us both, I think. Ryan and I, right?
No, Ryan did not pick Harvey's little Goyle.
I had a late scratch.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't follow the rules, Ryan.
No, I did follow the rule. Well,
he
I
did
didn't
follow the rules. He just had a certain clown that didn't tell him that rule.
Mm-hmm.
Randy?
So no names to mention.
Randy.
Yeah.
We can say Randy. That sounds
Tom
good.
and Tom, that's not a good thing to post right now.
Oh, goodness.
We moved past that.
All right, I'm going to head out.
Yes, Ryan, always good to see you. Please run now. You had your chance to leave. You stay, you're getting sucked in. You kind of punish your own self here.
Thanks.
All right.
We also know where you live, so.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And we'll have some other stuff that will be edited, so it won't be so ridiculous.
Right.
We're sorry.
We'll have to brush up on the terms
children
and
who watch
conditions
this today.
Whatever the YouTube terms and conditions are, we'll have to revisit those.
This might get taken down pretty quick.
I'm sure they'll call me. So
we'll see. So
all right.
Good luck to Anal Arab.
We all just lost our jobs.
Yes, we're all now going to be replaced. But good luck to everybody. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're doing a lot of stuff for Degen Nation. Degen Nation's doing a lot of stuff. So check us out on Twitter. We're going to be going to the track today, so we'll be posting some of our picks of today's card at Del Mar. And shout out to Ryan for joining us. It's been a while. He is, I like to call him the Oz of the Circus sports book.
Shout out to Ryan for wearing the Chief Wahoo shirt on a day that's very, I feel like there's a lot of mixed emotions for Cleveland fans.
Yeah.
That's why I did it.
Yeah. We had.
Yeah.
some on there that said that. So yeah, so everybody out there, be safe, stay away from scions, and we will be back soon.
See you later, everybody.